Gaetano Reina, Italian, gay, modifier letter vertical line to, modifier letter triangular colon no R, Latin small letter open A, I, modifier letter triangular colon na, September 27, 1889, February 26, 1930 was an Italian-American gangster. He was an early American Mafia boss who was the founder of what is now called the Lucchese crime family in New York City. He led the family until his murder on February 26, 1930, on the orders of Joe Mafia. Early years. Reina was born on September 27, 1889 in Corleone, Sicily to Giacomo Reina and Carmela Rumor. In the early 1900s, the Reina family moved to New York City and settled on 107th Street in East Harlem. Reina along with his brother Antonio began working with members of the Morello crime family. In July 1913, Reina's sister Bernarda married Vincenzo Terranova. He married Angelina Oliveras, and the couple had 9 children. 3 sons. Giacomo became a member of the Lucchese family, Henry, Sam, John and Bernard, and 3 daughters. Anna, Carmela, Mildred Valachi, married Joe Valachi in 1932, Rose Bongrico and Lucy Sterling. The family lived in a home on Rochambeau Avenue in the Norwood section of the Bronx. In November of 1914, wealthy poultryman Barnett Baff was murdered in a plot staged by a cabal of Jewish competitors who hired Sicilian gunmen to commit the crime. The investigation and trial, which dragged on for years, became known as the most sensational killing in New York history. At one point, Reina and Jack Dragna were implicated as the actual gunmen. However, it was later determined they were merely red herrings. Mafia boss Reina had long been a captain in the Morello family, being in charge of many men and operations within the Morello organization. As the Morello family fell into chaos during the 1910s, Reina, along with Salvatore D'Aguila and Joe Mafia, split off to form their own families. Thus, by 1920, he ruled as boss of his own crime family, controlling criminal operations in the Bronx and parts of East Harlem. His crime family held a monopoly over the icebox distribution in the Bronx. Reina's underboss was Tommy Galliano, a former Morello gang member. In the late 1920s, Reina formed an alliance with Mafia, who had absorbed into his now powerful organization the remnants of the much weakened Morello family. In 1925, Salvatore Maranzano arrived in New York City and took over the Castellamare family that operated out of the Williamsburg, Brooklyn. Reina switched sides and began supporting Maranzano. Mafia learned of Reina's betrayal and ordered Charles "Lucky" Luciano to arrange Reina's murder. Murder on the evening of February 26, 1930. Reina left his mistress Mariana's apartment on Sheridan Avenue in the Claremont section of the Bronx. Other sources claim he was leaving his aunt's apartment after dinner when he was ambushed. Some suspect Vito Genovese while others suspect Joseph Pinzolo, and shot in the head with a double-barreled shotgun, instantly killing him. The 2 hitmen left the weapon under a parked car and escaped. On his body, police found a handgun and $804 in cash. Reina's death helped lead to the Castellamares War between Mafia and Maranzano. Reina is buried at Woodlawn Cemetery in Bronx, New York. In popular culture films. In the Valachi Papers, 1972, Reina is portrayed by Endio Nazare. In Gangster Wars, 1982, Reina is portrayed by Joe Tornatore. In Mobsters, 1991, Reina is portrayed by Chris Penn. Novels. In Martin A. Ghosh and Richard Hammer's The Last Testament of Lucky Luciano, 1975. According to Charles Luciano, Reina was a man of his word, he had culture, and was a very honorable Italian. References. Notes. Sources.